Hello, welcome to Ochetabi After School Learning on Structural Design. Alright, last time, my name is Olusegun. Last time, we have talked about this particular drawing. We have done the introduction to this drawing. Is that okay? And before we proceed, I want to appreciate those who have been subscribing and also liking our videos. Is that okay? Do us a favor by clicking on like button. Give this video a thumbs up, and at the same, because the more they like, the more YouTube make this video to go viral for others to also watch. Is that okay? Which I believe if you follow this channel, you are going to learn a lot on how to design structures using a software called Protastructure. Looking at this, in order for you to be receiving a notification, I want to say click on this subscribe button and click on the bell, so that YouTube will notify you anytime we release a new video. Is that okay? All right, so for you to follow this video from beginning, because we are going to do this particular drawing from beginning to the end, up to the foundation. Is that okay? So that you know what to do, because this is a live project. Is that okay? This is a live project. How you are going to do it, because using a live project will give you confidence in your design. Is that okay? That's fine. Okay, so let's start. The moment you receive drawing from your architect, what are you expected to do? The first thing first, you cannot jump step 1 and go and start step 2. It's not possible. So there's something you must do first, which we call GA. Is that okay? We call it GA, which is what? General arrangement, or another word for GA is what we call structural framing. Is that okay? So when we talk of structural framing, we are talking about those structural elements, their position. How are you going to position those structural elements? Is that okay? So we have to do it from here in AutoCAD before we proceed to using our software called Protastructure. Is that okay? Not to waste our time, let's proceed. Now, the first thing to do once you receive drawing from the architect, the first thing to do is to copy the drawing. Is that okay? As you can see, I'll copy it. I'll press CP, which stand for copy, then enter. I'll copy it from this point to this place. Is that okay? Anyway you feel like, you can copy it here, put it here, put it here, but for me I always prefer here. Is that okay? I'll always prefer it down here. All right, then escape. Okay, now the next thing to do after you have copied it, the reason why we are copying it, let me explain. So that in case of in case of our GA, if we make any mistake, we can quickly come back to this original one and make the correction. Is that okay? That is that. Because if you now start your work directly on the original document, you will discover that if you make any mistake, it will not speak well of you, calling your architect to resend the drawing. Is that okay? So to avoid such embarrassment, that's why it's very important you copy it like this. Is that okay? All right. Okay, I want to say you should subscribe if this is your first time watching this video on this channel. Is that okay? And also give this video a like. Is that right? Good. And also give your comment. Is that okay? We really appreciate it, so that will help us to do more. Is that okay? All right. So now once you have copied it like this, the next thing to do is to remove everything that are not structurally inclined. So like this one, this line, this one, I don't need it. This one, I don't need this one. Is that okay? What other thing? You can see all these text. But before then, let me also show you something. You need to go through it first, understand the drawing. Is that okay? So if you look at this drawing now, let's see. You can see main entrance. You can see the main entrance, because you have to familiarize yourself with the drawing. Is that okay? The pattern of movement of people within the house, you have to know it very well. Very important. Now if you look at this one now, this is the entrance, this is the passage, isn't it? Now from this passage now, you can see the staircase access to this story here. You can see ground floor plan and first floor plan, isn't it? So now after this one, now the next thing let's study. Okay, this is a passage, and from here you can see a lobby here. This is a master bedroom. You can see the toilet, and also you can see another bedroom, see the toilet. Coming to this other side, you can see also master bedroom and see the toilet. You can also see this place, master bedroom and the toilet. Is that okay? And you can see the staircase. Now you have known the movement of people, which then means that this is a different apartment, this is another apartment, isn't it? Me looking at it, this one look like maybe for rentage or something like that. Okay, now I want to know the pattern of movement of people. Then the next thing is to check, is there any void? Now this is an example of void. This is your staircase. Can you see? This is staircase side. You can see how people are moving from here like this, like this. Is that okay? And if I look at it from here, okay, it's something like this, like this. Is that okay? They are going like this, and land here, and then proceed to this place. Is that okay? So even this, how we are going to model this place, you are going to see it. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. Now, having know this one now, the next thing to do is to remove all those things that are not structurally inclined. We are not going to design these lines. We are not going to design this, and also this one and this text. I'm not going to design them. Is that okay? Then right click, then select similar. Is that okay? And don't forget that we copied this particular drawing from the original, so which you expect them to have the same property. So I'll come to this place now, and do what? And deselect it. How do I deselect? I'll press my shift key down, then you can see where my cursor is. Click and then move my cursor and come and click. Can you see? I've deselected it. So by the time I delete this one, it will not have any effect on this. Is that okay? All right, that's. So I'll press my delete now. Press delete on your keyboard. Is that okay? So let's wait for it. Delete. Okay, can you see now? Can you see that it's it's clearer for you to work with, isn't it? Now, at this point, I'm not going to delete the openings, in the sense that the reason is because it will guide me in my column positioning. Is that okay? It will guide me on how to position my columns. Is that okay? Because if I should remove this one now, this particular opening, these windows and these doors, I can go and make a mistake and put my column here. Is that okay? Which is very wrong. Is that okay? Or here, put a column here, which is very wrong. Is that okay? So at this stage, you don't delete your openings, which is the windows and also your doors. Is that okay? So I haven't done that now. I can now go ahead and put I need to know the center of this line. Is that okay? Center of this wall, rather. The center of this wall. I'll press L, then enter. Is that okay? From this point here, I'll click here. Correct. And also spacebar again to continue. Click here. The essence of this line, it will help me to know the center of this wall and also the center of this wall. Is that okay? Which now give me point of intersection at this point. Is that okay? So now I'll now pick my construction line. These are the steps. Don't forget that what you are trying to do now is what we call GA, general arrangement. When it comes to structural design, this is very important. Okay, sorry, we have deleted the staircase, which we are not supposed to do. Okay, so you can see what I was saying that time. You can see it now. So let me undo it. So you can now see now. So you can now see it. If I like, I'll just copy. Okay, you can see it. Is that okay? So what I'm going to do now, let me do it again. Select this, right click, and then click on select similar. Okay, this one has been selected. I'll just press my shift key down. Yeah, shift key down, move like this. Can you see? I've deselected this. Is that okay? I've deselected this. Is that okay? I'll click on this one now. Okay. Yeah, this one can be done later. Okay, come to this place also. Press my shift key down and also like this to remove this. Okay. Now I can now press my shift key down, move like this. Is that okay? That is fine. So I will press my delete key. Is that okay? Delete key. Okay, that's fine. Is that okay? All right, that is that. This dimension I did not delete. Let me just delete. Let me delete these dimensions. Okay, they are not needed. I'll come to this place and press what? Move my mouse over this. Is that okay? That's fine. Press my delete. Okay, delete. Okay, that's fine. Good. So we can now proceed. So as I was saying, we can now come to this place now. I can now come to this place. Press my L, enter. From this point to this point, and also I've explained this earlier, so this one again. Now I need my construction line, which is XL stand for construction line, enter, then B for vertical, enter. Can you see? Get my center point, escape, press it again, then press my H, press my spacebar again, then H, enter. Can you see? Okay, that's fine. So now we are done with this construction, this line. It has helped us to know the center of this wall, this horizontal wall, and this vertical wall. Is that okay? So that is it. That is that. Let me delete this. So I need to change the color of this. So to change the color of this, I'll select it and come to this place. Sorry, let me close this. We'll come to this place and change the color to the one I want. Let me change to this color. Is that okay? That's fine. So I'll now pick this wall now, this particular construction line, CP. That's enter. Then at this edge, I'll copy it to all inside all the vertical walls. Is that okay? This is a vertical wall. This is another vertical wall. Is that okay? This is another vertical wall. This is another vertical wall. Okay, this is another vertical wall. Is that okay? So this is another vertical wall. Okay, another vertical wall. I think we are done with all the vertical walls. Okay, then I'll escape. Click on this one again. Then CP, enter. Then this horizontal wall, I'll put on all the horizontal wall. So come to this place, put it here. Also come to this place, put it here. This is a horizontal wall, and also this is a horizontal wall, and this is another horizontal wall. And finally this under horizontal wall. That's fine. Now you can now see that all both the vertical and horizontal, they are having their point of what intersection. You can see this horizontal wall and this vertical wall, they are having a point of what intersection here. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. So now, not to waste my time, I can just pick my rectangle here and come to this place. We want to put our column and just put like this. Can you see? All right, I'll change this one now, which automatically I've taken the shape. Is that okay? Let me take my dimension. What's the size of my wall? Can you see? It's this is 225, not 26, 226. Is that okay? 225 wall. Is that okay? So that is that. I'll select this one now, then come to this place, change the color to your own choice. Is that okay? I'll come to this place and increase it, the thickness. Is that okay? Which to make it more obvious. Is that okay? So that is that. So the next thing now, I'll pick this my column CP, enter. From this point of intersection, I'll begin to go to every point of intersection. Let me start from here like this. Also come to this place like this. Also this point here. Okay, I'll put here this point here. I'll explain something to you now. Is that okay? So let's just finish positioning our column. Is that okay? And then the next thing is this point here, and this one comes like this. This one here, this one here. I'm going to explain. Is that okay? Just follow me. Is that okay? And I want to say, give this video a thumbs up. Is that okay? All right, and also subscribe if this is your first time. Is that okay? The more the like, the more YouTube make this video to go viral, and also the more you subscribe, it means that yes, you are ready to receive more videos from us. Is that okay? And also others to benefit from. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. Click on this. You can see what I'm doing. Okay. You might be asking why not here. Okay, let me just put it here. Then I'll now explain some things to you. Let me just use this side and now tell you why I'm not putting here. Is that okay? All right. So for better understanding, because we want you to understand very well why and why not. Is that okay? We are doing some things so that when they ask you, you not just say that's how they are doing it. Is that okay? All right. I will now press escape. So you can now see that I've positioned my columns based on the point of intersections. Is that okay? Now the next thing to do, there's what we call column rule. Is that okay? There's a rule we normally follow, and the rule is that the distance between two columns should not be more than 6 meters. If it's more than 6 meters, you need experience to be able to handle that beam, because if the distance between this column and this column is 6 meters, automatically your beam length is also 6 meters. If the distance between this column and this column is 8 meters, automatically your beam length is 8 meters. And you know that the more the length of your beam, the more the depth is required. Is that okay? To avoid deflection, isn't it? That's fine. And the more you expect because of the span, you also expect a bigger column to be able to carry it, isn't it? A section of column. Is that okay? All right. That's fine. So going by that rule now, let's now start. Is that okay? I'll come to this place now. I'll take my dimension from this point here to this point here. It's a 2.3, which is okay. Then from this point now, let me start from this point now. From this point, let me jump one from here to here is 4.5, which is less than what? Less than 6 meters. Is that okay? Then I can decide to do what? I can remove this one now, this column. I'll remove this column. Can you see it now? Which then means that this my beam here now, this one becomes my beam. This my beam here, as it's coming, is serving as what? Secondary beam. While from here to this place now becomes my primary beam. And this primary beam, this particular one here, is one that will now carry this one. Is that okay? You can see I've saved my client one column now. Is that okay? The same thing applicable to this other side. Is that okay? That's fine. I also come to this place now. If I look at this length from here, from this point to this point is what? Is 3.6, which is less than 6 meters. I'll come to this place. I'll also remove this one. Is that okay? The same thing applicable to this. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. And if I also look at this one here, let me look at this length from here, from this point to this point, it's less than 2 point something. Is that okay? Automatically this column is also going. Can you see it now? It's also going. So you can ask what we are having now, like this. Is that okay? And also in this case, the same thing. What we are having here is what we are having here. So automatically, let me just remove this. So I purposely put it for better explanation. Is that okay? All right, which I believe you have understood now. So now come to this place again. Now the question now is, what if it's more than, the length is more than 6 meters? Yeah, you break it. Is that okay? You put column in between. Can you see this one is 3 point something, which is okay? All right. So I also come to this place now. From this point to this point. Okay, it's okay. All right. This is 6 point something. Okay, 5 almost. I think it's around 6 or so. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So if you like, you can decide to remove this. Is that okay? But since it's an entrance, is that okay? I'll just leave the column like this. Is that okay? And also this one, okay? Our column, we are done with the column now. Column are properly okay. Is that okay? That's fine. So I haven't done this one now. Position the column. The next thing now is what we call paneling. Paneling. You remember in your school days, if you are still in school, when you are designing your panel, they will tell you the area of your panel, either P1 or S1. P stands for panel, while S stands for slab. Is that okay? So whichever way. Is that okay? Whichever way. So now we want to do what we call paneling. Is that okay? And based on BS code or Euro code, it's advisable that the area of your panel should not be more than what? More than 30 square meters. Is that okay? So on that ground, so we are going to start our paneling. Is that okay? So don't forget, what we are doing is what we call structural framing. Is that okay? How the position or structural arrangement. Is that okay? How you're going to arrange your structural member, which is the beams, the column, and the slab. Is that okay? We are done with the columns. Is that okay? And we are in the beam also, and also slab. We are going to do the same thing together. So now I'll click on this place. Click on this. This is what 3.61. Then this place is what this is what 3.5. Is that okay? That's a 3.5. So if you multiply it, let me take my calculator. Let's check the area. That's 3.601 multiplied by 3.526 equals to what? You can see 12, far less than 30 square meters, which means this one can be what? A panel. Is that okay? Can be a panel. I'll remove the dimension. So if I like, I can now come to this place, remove this window. At this point now, I can remove the windows. Is that okay? I can remove the windows. Okay, this one is grouped. Is that okay? It's connected. So let me just leave it. Let me just undo. You can see go. Is that okay? I can leave it like this. But if you want, you can just explode it. Let me just show you. You can explode this. I can just click on this one. Okay. Shift key. This one. Okay. Then explode. EX explode. Enter. Can you see? I can now delete this one now. Can you see? Is that okay? To avoid wasting of that time. Understand? You can do it that way. Is that okay? When you do it that way, let me just show you. Okay, come to this place again, select it, select this one also, then shift key to select this one, then explode, enter. So I cannot do this. What I'm trying to show you is this. Then I cannot EX, then enter. Is that okay? To have it a complete line. Can you see it now? This is what I'm trying to achieve. But with or without this one, I know what I'm doing. Is that okay? It will not stop my work. Is that okay? So this is how you go about it. So this one now are giving us what? One panel. Is that okay? Less than 30 square meters. So if you now come to this place also, let's take from here dimension. From here to this point is what? 3.6, the same thing. And to this place is what? Is 2.8. That's a 3. That's almost like the same. Is that okay? Since it's the same thing, I can make the entire place as what? One panel, which then means I'm going to delete this one. This wall, I'll delete it. Is that okay? Even this one, I will delete it. Is that okay? All this opening, I will delete them. Is that okay? I will delete them. Is that okay? What are this? I'll delete these ones. Is that okay? I'll delete all these ones. I'll delete all these ones. This one, I'll delete all of this to now make it one panel. Is that okay? Then EX extend, then come to this place, select, click on this. Okay, let me just EX without selecting. Okay, I have to explode it also. Can you see? Explode. This thing normally takes time, or waste someone's time. Explode. Is that okay? Then enter, then EX enter. Okay, to this. Okay, then this place also, this place now, this particular line here, let me select all of this. Okay, let me make it a single one. Let me see, by layer, let me see. I don't want okay, or let me just delete, not to waste time. Let me just delete it. Is that okay? Then L, enter. From this point here, connect it with this. Is that okay? From this point also, connect it with this. Is that okay? Match the property. Is that okay? Match the property with this. Okay, and this place also, extend it. Is that okay? Extend this one, then explode. You see, it's taking my time, it's wasting my time. That's why some architects, they like giving engineers work And giving engineers too much stress does not make you a better architect. Is that okay? Explode. Okay, delete this and then extend. And the kind of software they also use at times. Okay, all right, so you can now see we have another panel here now. Is that okay? Let me just remove this and make it one panel, a straight line. Okay, extend, EX, enter. Okay, this one also, yes, this one panel and this another panel. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. So now let's also check this one. Now let's now check this one here, like this, from this point here to this point here. This is 3.6, and also come down to this place is what, 3.5. Multiply it, is still less than 30 square meters. That's okay. And also the same thing that happened here is what is going to happen here, isn't it? So automatically I'll just come to this place now. Let me delete all of this. Let me remove this. Let me remove these ones. Is that okay? Also, let me remove this one. I think it was removed. They were removed rather. Okay, shift key down, remove this one. Okay, shift here again, then delete. Is that okay? So that I can have what's here, what is here, and the same time here. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. So all these ones, they are not needed. They are not needed. Is that okay? Don't forget to click on like button. In structural design, you cannot escape this stage. Is that okay? If you are indeed a good structural engineer, you cannot escape, and you can never escape this stage. Is that okay? That's why this stage is very, very important. Is that okay? For all structural engineers, very, very important. Is that okay? All right, let me do this. Okay. All right. Then this one, the same thing. I have to explode, enter. Then select this one. Okay. Delete this. Then EX, enter. Is that okay? Okay, let's go there. What's happening? Okay, explode again. Okay, explode, enter, EX, enter. Okay. All right, we have this panel now. So this one again, let's need to explode. Okay, enter. Let's see, explode, EX, PL, explode. What's happening? Enter. Okay, I'm coming. Explode. Okay, all right, so now EX, that's extend. This one goes this way. Okay, this one again, I need to explode this. Explode. All right, I can remove this one now. Okay, this one panel automatically, so I also come to this place, do the same thing. Is that okay? Do the same thing here, then EX, enter, that's explode. Sorry, you click on this, explode. Okay, all right, then extend. Am I correct? Extend, yes. Extend this. Is that okay? All right, so you can now see what we have here is what we also have here, isn't it? So if you can now, like, cannot remove this, but for me, I might not, at times I might not need to stress myself. It's for a small structure like this to be deleting all of this, because in Protastructure they will not appear. Is that okay? All right, now I have to connect this one now, isn't it? Click on this one. Let me just copy it. CP, P, enter. Down from here, from this point, I'll just put it on this point. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. So the next question is, what happened to this place now? What happened to this place? Is that okay? Definitely, we are going to work on it. So in this case now, I have to extend this. Is that okay? Let me press. Let me click on this column. Then EX, enter. Then from this point to this point. Is that okay? And also this point here, I need to extend this. Or let me do this way. L, enter. Let me undo. Let me show you something. Undo, correct. So let me press enter. I'll tell you why I undo what I've done before. Okay, escape, do this one again, come here again. Okay, then this one, let me match the property, this one and this one. Okay, then this color, I'll change it now. I'll change the color of this color to, let me say, something like this. Is that okay? And then I can now break it. Is that okay? Break it like this. Is that okay? The reason is because you know that this place is form of a passage, isn't it? Form of a passage. It then means that there's no going to be in this place. The wall will stop here. This one, no wall is coming on top of this beam. Is that okay? No wall, as I said, is coming on top of this this particular beam. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. Okay, and also in this place, the length of this place is much. So let's see. smudge. Let's see. So based on this length, okay, about 6 point something, 6.3, it's okay. So we can decide to break it here to just extend this one. Let me just copy this one. Okay, CP, enter. Then I'll copy it from here, from this point to where, to this point here. Is that okay? All right. You can now see what we have achieved now. We have successfully achieved this. You can see this is a panel, this is another 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 panel, another panel, and another panel. Is that okay? So now once you are done with this one now, there's something we call superimposing. Is that okay? We want to superimpose our vertical members. And when we talk of our vertical members, we are talking of what? Of columns. Is that okay? We are talking of columns, isn't it? So now I will superimpose this. Don't forget that this one is what? Is ground floor. Is the ground floor, and this is the first floor, isn't it? We want to see if these columns here, can also work with the what? With the first floor plan. Is that okay? All right. So on that ground, let me click on this. Then right click on select similar. Is that okay? Then CP, enter at this edge here. Or from the staircase. Is that okay? It's advisable from the staircase. From this staircase, I will now come to this place of the staircase and position it here. Now let's see. So can you now see? Everything fit in, isn't it? We don't have a situation whereby the column is coming out of the wall. Is that okay? Excuse me, undo. We don't have a situation whereby the column is coming out of what? Of the wall. Maybe something like this, or something like this, or something in this place, or something like this. Is that okay? So that's the essence of what? Superimposing, to see if the ground floor columns can work with the first floor columns or second floor column, second floor and third floor. Is that okay? So that we know where to make some adjustments. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. Now don't forget, what we are still doing is what we call GA. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. So the next thing to do, if you look at this place very well, if somebody is coming up like this and landed here and proceed, the architect is saying that, okay, let me see, the same thing is putting here, the same thing is saying here, okay, all the same. Okay, it's all the same. So it's going like this and come this way. Is that okay? It's going like this and also come to this place. Let's assume that this one, we don't have anything here. Let's assume, is that okay? We don't have anything here like this. It then means this person, as it's coming like this, landed here, you only have from few steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, to now enter into what? To climb this slab. Is that okay? To climb this slab. That means we are supposed to put what? Slab here. That should be a slab in this place, isn't it? That's fine. But in this case, I think it's correct. Let's see. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Okay. And also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that okay? Okay, this is just a design. So it means that it's coming like this and coming like this to this place. Is that okay? That's fine. Okay, but if you also look at it very well, let's all look at it very well as we are watching. You know there is a space between this staircase and this space and this place here and here, isn't it? Here and here. So which means that if somebody is climbing and is coming, what happened to this place? You will be saying ground. What? There's possibility of the person falling down, isn't it? Which means there's no space for the person to put his leg. So automatically I'll shift this one now, M, enter, and take it to the edge of this. Can you see it now? Which becomes my beam. So if you notice, you will now notice that if you're on the ground floor and you look up, we're about to climb staircase. If you look up, you see one beam. That beam is this. So that is that. So at this point now, L, enter, I'll put my axis. Very important. Put my axis, undo. Put my axis, that's fine. Then XL, enter. Then H, stand for horizontal, enter. I'll come to the center, click on this, then take this one, match the property to this, match this property to this. Okay, then delete this one now. So can you now see it now? Perfect. Is that okay? So that is that the space has been blocked by this beam. So therefore I'm going to have my slab from here like this. Is that okay? All right. So once you have done this one now, the next thing, you can see this excess construction line, we have to remove them. Is that okay? So press RE, which is rectangle, REC, short form of rectangle, enter at your choice. Is that okay? Click like this, come to this place. This one is your choice. Okay, let me expand this more. Let me come close to this side. Okay, then I will not trim this excess. This excess is then TR, we stand for trim, enter. Then you can see I'll trim this place off, trim this one off, Is that okay? Trim this one also off. Is that okay? Now I can now delete this rectangle. Can you see what I'm having now? Can you see it now? So now, if you look at it, there are some construction lines that are not functioning. If you look at this, they are not functioning. It's not functioning rather. And if you look at this, it's not functioning also. This one and also this side also not functioning. I'll delete them. Is that okay? Correct. Perfect. Can I see how clean our GA is? Is that okay? Very clean and well presenting. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe if this is your first time. Very, very important. Is that okay? All right, don't forget this particular drawing, this particular design we are going to follow is up to foundation, up to how to export it. Is that okay? From your design software, which is Protastructure, back to AutoCAD. Is that okay? For your proper detailing. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. So I can now delete this one also. Let me delete this. I don't need it. Okay, this opening. This is an opening. Okay, this one like this. Let me delete this. Okay, I can now join them together. Let me join it together. I have to explode. Okay, EX. Or if you like, I can just select everything and explode them once. Is that okay? I think that would have been faster. Is that okay? So I can select this one, delete this one, EX. Sorry, EX. That's extend. Sorry, EX. Extend. Enter. Click on this. Click on this. Okay, that's blocked. All right, so once we are done with this one, now we have to name this, because in the software we are going to be using, there's a place it will request for what? For the name of these lines. So we have to name these lines. Is that okay? How do you go about that? So I'll come to this place, layer. Can you see layer? Is that okay? This layer property. Is that okay? I'll come to this place and create my own. Is that okay? And create my own. So I'll come to this place now. You can see this this 4 library. The first one, I'll click on the first one. Is that okay? The name of the class Johnson. So Mr. John. Is that okay? Mr. John. So I'll press what? J grid. Is that okay? J grid. J stands for Mr. John, and the G stands for what? J stands for Mr. John, and the G stands for what? Grid. Is that okay? Is that okay? So this is it. They are now click on the what? On set as current. I also come to this place now. Now for column, that will now be JC, which stands for column, set as current, and then I now close this. Is that okay? So I now come to this place now, select all these lines, all these ones, select them. Is that okay? All selected. I will now come to this place now, and look for J. You can see JG. I'll click on it. That's my Mr. John's grid line, and also select these columns. Right click, select all, select similar. Is that okay? I'll also name it as what? JC. Where's JC? JC. Okay, see JC here. Is that okay? JC. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. So you can now see what we are having. That if I should select all of these ones now, all of this like this, can you see? It should give me JG. That's Mr. John's grid line. And if I should now select this column, right click, all of them is giving me what? JC, which is Mr. John's column. Is that okay? All right. So once you have finished up to this stage, the final stage now is to do what we call saving. Is that okay? To save this your drawing. Is that okay? So if you like, you can save it from here. If you like, you can take it to origin. Is that okay? You can take it to origin. Is that okay? All right. So to take it to origin, all you need to do the same way of saving. Is that okay? The same way of saving it here is the same way you are going to save it in what? In origin. Is that okay? So save it in origin. Press L, enter 0, 0, enter. So can you see? Escape. Sorry. L, enter 0, 0, enter. Is that okay? Let me see. Can you see it now? Can you see where it's taking us to? That's our origin. Is that okay? That is the space of our what? Of our origin. So can you see it here? Can you see the origin here? Can you see? So I'll just select this one like this. Click here like this. Then zoom it. Is that okay? I'll copy this one now. Copy it here now, which is a CP. Enter. From here, I'll now take it to where? To the origin. So see the origin here. Can you see the origin now here? I'll just put it here like this. Good and fine. So from this origin now, I can now save. Don't forget, the way I'm going to save here is the same way I'm going to save it in the other side. This other side here. This other side here. This other side here. The only thing that I just took it to origin. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. So from this point now, I can now do what? Delete this. Is that okay? Then select this one now. Press W to save it. To save your work. Then press enter. After pressing W, enter. This block come up. I will now click on what? This place. Click on this place. Now, where do I want to save it in? I want to save it in what? In new folder. Is that okay? New folder. That's where I want to save it in. Then what's the name? I'll put as what, Mr. John. Is that okay? It's advisable to use your client's name, Mr. what, John. Is that okay? Then what's the file type? Now the software we are using, which is Protastructure, the best to use is what, is DXF. Is that okay? DXF. I'm going to use DXF. It becomes what, Mr. John DXF. I'll now click on what, on save. Then I'll come to this place. The unit, very, very important. So I'll click on the unit. I'll select my own unit, which is what, millimeters. Is that okay? Then I can now click on what, on save. So can you see it has gone, it's saved. So now I can now delete this one now. Since I've saved it, I'll now come to this place like this. Can you see it now? So at this point now, I can now save this one because I will not delete this. I will not delete this because during my modeling in Protastructure, I will definitely need this. Is that okay? To follow up. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. So this is how to go about your GA, which is called general arrangement or structural framing. This is how you do your structure. No matter how big the structure is, this is how you go about each of them. Is that okay? All right. Thank you very much. Till I see you next time in our next video. I want to say, don't forget to tell people about Ochetabi, whereby we talk about structural design after school learning. Is that okay? All right, that is fine. So display, there's no problem here. There's no problem. So you can just select this one, delete it, and then just extend it. Is that okay? Just extend this one. Let me see. Okay, it can be extended. EX, enter, extend this, and this one. Okay, let me delete this one first. This is the window. Let me click on this. Okay, it can be extended. Enter. Okay, right. Okay, all right, that's fine. So that's how to go about it. Is that okay? We have saved it already. So that's how to go about it. So to watch the next part, wait for the next part where we will now be using our software called Protastructure to now bring out this this design. Is that okay? How it is. Is that okay? So thank you very much. Till I see you next time in our next video. I remain your friend, Olusegun. Thank you very much. Bye.